it's just been so challenging, like being active and playing 4 games and then not, and like not feeling the best, and then like frustrated of like how hard I worked in the off season, and then like all I do is rehab and like continue to do this process, and just like trying to trust that the best I can. And obviously there's really frustrating days. It's a little bit easier, and like you're very, very motivated, and like you're close to the finish line of getting back and being back, and then like it's not like I have a training camp to like build up to like playing my first game again. It's like, no, like you're tossed into game 30, like go try to play well. Like it's hard, like it really is. And I think it has given me really good perspective on like what a lot of my teammates and people that teams I've been a part of, like certain people have had to go through. Like I've never been.
How do you break a superstar who's never been broken before? Caitlin Clark just revealed the devastating truth about what that process really looks like. In a jaw-dropping interview with Sue Bird that nobody saw coming, Clark opened up about the psychological warfare of her injury-plagued 2025 campaign. This isn't just about missed games anymore. It's about watching the league's biggest draw crumble in real time, while everyone pretended it was business as usual. Her raw confession about feeling lost in her own body for the first time ever has league executives scrambling to respond. What Clark revealed will change how we think about superstar treatment forever. The timeline alone tells a story of systematic breakdown that started before anyone realized what was happening. Clark walked into 2025 as the WNBA's untouchable golden child, someone who had literally never missed a game in her Iowa career and powered through all 40 contests of her rookie season. But professional basketball had other plans. The left leg injury during preseason should have been a warning sign. Instead, it became the first domino in a collapse that would expose just how unprepared both Clark and the league were for this moment. 4 games. That's all she managed before the left quad injury struck like a lightning bolt on May 28th. 5 games gone. Just when she returned with that explosive 32-point performance against the Liberty, 7 threes, vintage Clark magic, the left groin injury hit even harder. 4 more regular season games plus the Commissioner's Cup final vanished from June 26 to July 5th. Then came the right groin injury that continues to haunt her recovery timeline. The math is brutal. 18 regular season games missed, 19 games total, and a superstar learning what vulnerability feels like for the very first time. But the numbers only scratch the surface of what Sue Bird managed to extract from Clark in their sit-down. The confession that stopped everyone cold came when Clark admitted something no one expected to hear from someone with her basketball IQ. When I first was feeling pain, I didn't understand it. I was like, am I just tight? Am I just getting old? Do I need to hit a stretch? Do I need some icy hot? Like, what's going on here? The vulnerability in those words hit different. This wasn't strategy. This wasn't gamesmanship. This was genuine confusion from someone whose body had never betrayed her before. The psychological toll became even more devastating when Clark described the impossible situation the league created for her return attempts. It's not like I have a training camp to build up to playing my first game again. It's like, no, you're tossed into game 30. Like, go try to play well. Those words expose everything wrong with how the WNBA handles injured superstars. No ramp-up period. No gradual return. Just pure desperation masked as competitive urgency. Clark was being asked to flip a switch that had been damaged by months of stop-and-start torture. But the most emotionally devastating moment came when Clark revealed the text message that changed everything. Her mother's words cut straight through all the external pressure and performance expectations. You've taken so much time for everybody else. You need to take time for yourself now. The weight of that message hit Clark in ways she never expected. This wasn't just about basketball anymore. It was about learning to prioritize her own health over everyone else's demands for her return. That maternal wisdom became the turning point that shifted her entire perspective on recovery. And then came the revelation that showed just how much this experience had fundamentally changed her understanding of what her teammates had endured. Clark's voice carried new weight when she talked about their previous injury struggles. I think it has given me really good perspective on what a lot of my teammates and people have had to go through. This wasn't just empathy. This was someone realizing she had been blind to battles happening right next to her for years. The current reality paints a picture that should terrify league executives who depend on Clark's star power. Her 2025 statistics: 16.5 points, 8.8 assists, 5 rebounds, 1.6 steals per game on 36.7% shooting, and 27.9% from three. Tell the story of a player still searching for rhythm after months of disrupted preparation. 13 games played out of a full season. 13 opportunities to showcase the talent that drives television ratings and sells tickets. The Fever have managed to stay competitive, but everyone knows the difference her presence makes on and off the court. Clark's emotional honesty reached its peak when she described the daily mental warfare of injury recovery. Obviously, there's really frustrating days, and there's days where it's a little bit easier, and you're very, very motivated, and you're right up close to the finish line of getting back. The raw humanity in that admission cuts through all the public relations spin. This is what it actually looks like when a superstar's invincibility gets shattered by the reality of professional sports. But perhaps the most telling revelation came when Clark acknowledged that this nightmare season might actually become a blessing in disguise for her long-term career. I know whether it's this year or whether it's next year, and even throughout my career, I'm going to be very thankful for this moment. I know this is going to help me understand my body better. The maturity in that perspective shows someone who has processed trauma and emerged with wisdom that can't be taught in any training facility. Clark's willingness to break her silence represents more than just good interview content. It's a direct challenge to how the WNBA treats its biggest stars when they're at their most vulnerable. Her honest words about the stop and start torture of this season create uncomfortable questions that league headquarters can no longer ignore. The golden goose got hurt, and everyone finally found out what happens when there's no real plan to protect the most valuable asset in women's professional basketball. This interview changed everything, not just the conversation around Clark's return timeline, but the entire discussion about player health, recovery protocols, and how the league supports its superstars through extended absences. Her transparency sets a new standard that other injured players will follow. The silence has been broken, and the truth is finally out there for everyone to see. Do you think the WNBA needs to completely overhaul how they handle superstar injuries? Let us know what you think down below. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest coverage. Click the video on your screen for more breaking WNBA news, and we'll see you in the next one.